And here we are, Hornets, for our Lesson 6, Part 3 on page 55 of our Ready Workbook. So if you need to get out your workbook, please do so that way we can get started on our lesson. Very first thing we're going to do is we're going to write at the top of our page the name of our lesson. The name of our lesson is if I can get the pen to work, Analyzing the Interactions. Okay, let me try one more time. Analyzing the interactions.
Please pull up your Colorado list at this time. Please pull up your Colorado list at this time.
The interactions, and excuse me because they're pulling up the card writer list. Analyzing the interactions of story elements. After we've written this at the top, guys, we're going to then go and define analyzing, and that means that it is to break apart. Then we're going to define interactions, and interactions means that's how something comes together or how something works together. And then we're going to further define story. And story, anytime you see that, you should automatically know that it is fiction. And if something is fiction, that means it is fake. It is not real. And if it's fiction, that also means our purpose is going to be to entertain. And that means our text structure is going to be chronological because the story is a narrative with a clear beginning, middle, and end. So it has to go in chronological order. And then it's going to have some other parts, which we're going to get into in a little bit. Okay, so then after that, let me get the pen working again. All right, there we go. We're going to make sure that we underline our instructions. So we're going to continue reading Black Sunday. We're going to circle what it says to continue from page 54. And we're looking at our close reading that tells us to find and underline the sentence that best shows Cora taking charge to solve the problem. So if you remember, our main character is Cora. We got to go through and number our paragraphs again. So we've got paragraph 4, paragraph 5, and paragraph 6. All right. What about your mother and the other children? Her father shouted over the increasing roar of the wind, clearly alarmed. They're already in the cellar, Cora answered. Follow me, everyone. We can make it, but we have to move now. Soon they were all together, huddled around a lamp as the storm rattled the boards of the house overhead. That day would later become known as Black Sunday because of the epic storm that blew over the plains. But Cora would remember it best as the day before her 16th birthday when she helped lead her family to safety. So we want to underline that where it showed us that Cora was taking charge to solve the problem. And that would be in paragraph 5 when she says, follow me, everyone, we can make it. But we have to move now. That is where, because she says the word now, she's screaming it at her dad and her brothers, which means she knows what she's doing. She's already put her mom and siblings in the cellar. Oh, now, guys, I've got to delete and erase all of this stuff. So while I'm erasing and deleting all of this and getting out of the way, I want you to go ahead and read your question because, I'm going to start to erase stuff from the bottom instead of from the top because that would make sense. So while I'm erasing, I'm going to start reading the question. Circle the correct answer. Which sentence from the passage best shows that Cora's ability to take charge in a dangerous situation will lead to a happy resolution? So we're going to go through and read our answer choices, and we want to make sure we're underlining some key words from our instructions while we do this. Okay, so come on, quick. I'm done erasing. Give me my pen back. All right. Which sentence from the passage again best shows that Cora's ability to take charge in a dangerous situation will lead to a happy resolution? We want to underline Cora's ability to take charge and ultimately that it's going to be a happy resolution. So let's look at A. And it says Cora froze for a moment and then shouted, "Dust storm!" loudly enough for everyone inside to hear. And I scratched out froze because is that taking charge if you freeze? B says Cora held the cellar door open for her mother and younger children as they descended into the cool darkness. Well, that's great, but they might have a happy resolution, but what about the rest of the family? So that's no. C says, "Follow me, everyone. We can make it, but we have to move now." That now is taking charge. And when she's talking to everyone, that is to the whole family having a happy ending and having a happy resolution. So, but we're not sure if that's the right answer. Let's go ahead and look at D before we start making our final decision. That day would later be known as Black Sunday because of the epic storm that blew over the plains. Well, yeah, it's not that has nothing to do with her situation, which is why the answer is going to be C. So, in the show you're thinking, you're going to explain how the sentence you chose demonstrates Cora taking charge and has a happy ending. And I'm going to go ahead and give you a second to pause the video, write your own answer. And after you've written your own answer, you can unpause the video. And I'm going to show you mine, which is right here. When Cora says now, it shows her taking charge, giving orders to her family so that she can get them to safety. And getting her family out of the dust storm, she is able to resolve the conflicts created by the setting in the story and have a happy resolution. I hope this helped y'all. If you need to copy anything down, you should know to pause the video and go ahead and get it copied. All right, and let's see. Thanks, guys. And we will see you for part 4, where we get to go back into medieval times.